Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. On today's video, I hit legend in the Go Battle League, and we will be showcasing my legend battles, my legend run, using the champion you see right here, Lucario. Yes, that's Mega Lucario. No, that's not a Mega Lucario. That's a Lucario. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, we hit legend in the Fantasy Cup, which is a cup that is hated by everyone who doesn't have a Giratina. And lots of people asked for a non-Giratina Origin team, and you guys, I deliver. But I didn't build the team, so special shout out to that boy J. He made this team. I yoinked it, and he taught me how to play against the Core Breakers. By the Core Breakers, I mean, if you guys look at the team is just insanely weak to Azu, insanely weak to Turtonator, insanely weak to Skarmory, insanely weak to Flygon in the back. So how did we handle all of these? Well, first of all, you need a good IV Lucario. A good IV Lucario is a must. It's a must, okay? You can't just use a rated IV Lucario. You have to trade for a low friendship. Mine is a 315-13. I think it's ranked 30 or something, which helps in the Azu matchup to get to 2 Thunder Punches without shielding the Ice Beam. So you could let the Ice Beam go and you could still get to 2 Thunder Punches, which is very important. So, if for those people who ask, like, what Pokemon do we shield? It's not Lucario. I believe it or not, it's actually not Lucario. We shield Escav here. But there are some cases where we shield Lucario. As I said, Azu is tough. Moveset-wise, we're running Charm, Icy Wind, Disarming Voice on Wiggles. On Mega Lucario, we're running Counter Thunder Punch. Shadow Ball. On an Escav, we're running Counter Acid Spray. Spray is a must, okay? You can't run anything else. You have to run Acid Spray. For the Skarmory matchup and the 2 shield, you spray once and then you counter all the way down. We yap too much. Let's just go and watch these battles, and maybe you guys can enjoy these battles. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, maybe this will get you. Spoilers alert, this team does better when you lose the lead. So you look at this, oh my, we get algorithm. Look at this, Niantic made an algorithm to hard counter me, put me on hard counter, put me on hard mode account, I can never climb. No, I want to lose lead. Okay, I want to lose lead. Why? Because Empoleon is so glassy. That means by the time they see the Lucario, they would already be like at this health. And everything can handle that. Look at that. They swapped into Azu. Oh my, dude, again, hard counter? But we don't care about that because Lucario has no counters. Okay, look at that. Thunder Punch coming in a clutch. You do need Thunder Punch and you need Shadow Ball. Nothing else. Don't run anything else. You need Thunder Punch for the Azu matchup and the Tapu Fini. In fact, if you have a good IV Lucario, you can Thunder Punch the Tapu Fini and farm all the way down. You need Shadow Ball for the Giratinas because they are everywhere. What about Fire Punch for Registeel? You could get away with Shadow Ball or Thunder Punch. So I threw on bad timing there, but to be honest, I was just trying to get to throw this because I'm not planning on shielding. But opponent let me get to the move, so opponent was generous and like, you know what, you miscounted, I'm gonna punish you for that. They bring back the Empoleon, and look at that. Lucario grabbed 2 shield, killed the Azu. Look at that, punched Empoleon to almost 40% HP, and get me the alignment I want. Now I have the Escav on the Empoleon, so GG, we win that. We are at 29-36. We are 5-0 away from legend rank. We lose the lead again, and spoilers alert, as I said, every time you see me losing lead, it's going to be a win. So Hero Point throw an Ominous Wind. I don't need to shield, but they do need to shield. They think I'm bluffing. We don't bluff here. And in this matchup, if you wonder how did they live the Shadow Ball, they get the boost, but it didn't show up. Okay, so if you go back, like if we put it on slow motion, see? Yeah. Just pay attention. You will see the boost. It's a visual glitch that it didn't show it up to me because they threw first. But if you pay closer attention, right there. Yeah, you saw it here. Oh my, I have to show you guys. Yeah, see? It's literally less than 0.001 second. Okay, so they get the boost, so now they live the Shadow Ball. So opponent was like, Lucario is so frail, we're boosted, we can live this. But what they don't know is that I can count it all the way down. Look at that, Lucario is chatting on this opponent. If I have a rated IV, I would have lost again. So now we're going to try to 5-hit the opponent and go Wiggles. They brought the Flygon, and guess what? Wiggle has no mercy on the dragons. So they were like, okay, dragons think they are OP, they think they are cool, so we're gonna punch them all the way down. So I knew that the opponent doesn't get to a move there, so we decided to insta-swap. Horrible lead again, and spoilers alert, if we lose lead, we win game. Okay, this team is tough, actually. This team is actually very tough to beat. So if the opponent react fast, you don't get to a second move. So that's why they shield. And now since I am in a very bad situation, we have to go Wiggles. I cannot shield yet, so we're just going to sack Wiggles. And opponent... They do get to another move, by the way, so it doesn't matter. I noticed that lots of people throw a Dragon Pulse because they still win the 0. So I decided to shield there because we are already down bad. And in this matchup, we were just trying to call that there is a Flygon in the back, because there is always a Flygon with a Skarmory. This is where the spray comes in clutch. Look at that. They shielded. Now we have to shield, and we win. We found out that we win CMP, so we're just going to throw on CMP if we get to the move, but they died with the move. Now we're just going straight spray. What's that gonna do to us? I have no idea. We will just see. Look at the counter how much it does. It actually does a lot. And Wiggles is so close to get to a move, and we're gonna do 3, throwing good timing. Wiggles against the Skarm. The nightmare for the fairy Pokemons is no longer a nightmare, because Wiggles is the queen. It's the queen of the dreams. Look at that. Wiggles is clutching, taking out the fire type Pokemon. What's his name? And the Steel Bird. What is his name as well? Okay. We have a mirror matchup here. So in this mirror matchup, you just play, you win CMP. We won CMP, so there is no point of shielding. So the way you do it is, Wiggly teams are just in general weak to Iscav. So once you throw here, you just go to Iscav, okay? So we're just going to blindly go to Iscav. They brought in the Giratina. Yes, we just said they are weak to Iscav. Yeah. Yeah, well, what do you think? Look at that. The Drillland does so much damage. You know what? I'm gonna shield, actually. No, I'm not gonna shield. I'm just bluffing with you guys. So we're gonna farm down the Gira, and Gira is usually their only answer to the what's his name, Lucario. They have a Steelix in the back. We have the Lucario, and the opponent sees the Lucario, and then, as Henry would say, they see the writing on the wall, and then they top left. Oh my, this is an actual, I think this is a complete hard counter like they have Empoleon and Turtonator. Empoleon and Turtonator is not as common as you may think. The game is much easier if they have a Skarmory. The game is much easier if it's in different order, like Turtonator in the lead with Empoleon in the back. But in this exact order, this is probably the worst core you could face, Empoleon with Turtonator. So as the last opponent did, we had to... This is an actual good IV, by the way. So this is an actual good IV Turtonator, because the Turtonator usually die to 2 counters here. Like, I played against that team enough to know that I usually KO with 2 counters, but because they had good IV1, they were able to do one more. They were able to register the Incinerate. So this game is just GG. No matter what happens, there is no way to win this game. So I'm just gonna fast forward this because we spray. Now they swap into Empoleon. The Steel Wing is doing lots of damage, and I have to shield because Hydro Cannon almost one-hit KO. And now they bring in the Azu. The Azu's full HP, and there is no way we can beat it. It's just very tough at this point. It's tough to handle this team because it's a 3 hard counters. If it's only a hard counter in the lead and in the swap, I can still handle, like, the team can still handle it, because usually, like, they have a Registeel or a Berserker in the back, which you could completely farm all the way down with the Scav. But if it's a 3 hard counters, like Azu destroys Escavalier. We're playing King. I played King the other day, and I misplayed that battle. I think it's in the previous video, but this one was different. He was running a different team, so shout out to King GBL. Make sure to check his YouTube channel. It's King GBL as well. So here I'm going to undercharge, but luckily he shielded, which means I'm just going to win swap no matter what happens. There is no way they can flip switch, because now I'm just going to do 7, then throw. So we're throwing on CMP, and I think he knows my team because we played that the day before and he won the game. So he's like, we have to win this. We're going straight for the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does one-hit KO. I should have actually baited there, because there is no way they would let like a Flygon die. But I don't care about Flygon surviving. Sorry, that thing surviving. He has an Empoleon in the back, and It's a GG. Moving into the next game, we have Wiggly into Flygon. So how do you win this? They swap into Azu. And if you watch the previous video, I talked about this. If they are leading Azu or swapping Azu, you let them throw, then you don't shield even if it's Hydro, then you go to Lucario. Let them throw, then go Lucario. So we're just going to Charm all the way down until they throw. So we're gonna no shield. When they have Hydro, 90% you will lose. Some people say you could shield the Hydro. If you shield the Hydro, you lose to the Skarmory later in the game. So we're gonna try to undercharge here. But this is kind of like a pig undercharge. I should have just taken them out, to be honest. But we left with so much energy, so technically we can just double bait here. I'm assuming they will just insta-throw. There is no reason for them to... That was nice counting on their end, to be honest. There was like kind of a frame drop, but doesn't affect the outcome. So what do we do now? We just go back to Wiggles. They swap into Empoleon. And I think I miscounted here. But always keep in mind, if you are slow on the switch, Empoleon gets to 2 moves. So if I sprayed earlier in the battle, I could have just win and leave with enough energy to beat the Flygon. But since I was slow on the switch, I deserved this punishment. So this is like kind of... this is kind of like the tax we paid for being slow on the switch. Okay, round 2, okay? No way we can lose this. They swap into Azu, we stay in. This is one of the worst teams. If they have Flygon in the lead, they swap in Azu and they have Hydro. So you can still win this, but it's like if you misplay just once, it's kind of like become a very tough game. I think opponent is just going to let play rough here. So we're gonna do 4 and then throw. And I might undercharge later, depend on how... Okay, we don't need to undercharge. Again, always bait the Flygon. Flygon always shield. Now, once we release the video, Flygon will never shield. So make sure to adapt to the situation. We don't care, I mean, to be against the Lucario. I mean, even if you nuke, it doesn't matter, because this Flygon will be aligned. Oh my. They bring in Ferrothorn. Now we have an Escavalier that completely, like, walled the heck out of them. Empoleon in the lead. It's non-shadow, which is kind of cringe and actually tough to beat. They insta-swap to Azumarill, so all we need to do is throw in good timing here. And then play the switch the way we see them playing it. So, what do we do here? We just have to shield and hope they don't Ice Beam. We're gonna throw in good timing again. And we're almost at 2. I think I'm just gonna tap the move if they let me. Oh, I think we have to shield. No. No? Do we? We're gonna do 4 then throw. And if they let me throw to get to the move, I think I'm in a good situation. We're just gonna throw the move. No, I was trying to CMP them, but they didn't throw, so it didn't matter. But now we have the alignment. They decide to top left, okay? And yeah, that's we are the 3-1 in the set. We need a 3-2. We win this game. If we win this game, we hit legend. They bring in Azu, okay? So charm, keep charming, okay? Keep your charm. Never let your charm go. Opponent knows that I'm waiting them to throw, so they decided to no throw. I insta-swap, trying to do something, but we caught a Hydro Pump. So that was a misfortunate game with, like, the stars didn't align the way we want them to align. Now, this game is just GG. We get denied there, which kinda suck. Another Hydro. I think I top left here because I was so embarrassed of that play. But to be on my defense, I was just, maybe they don't have... Maybe they are just waiting for me to swap. And if you watch this channel, you would know that every season we don't hit legend. We hit 29,999. And it's literally something I've been struggling with. I always hit 29,999. If you watch my Twitch channel, you know that the chat made lots of memes around it. There's lots of memes in Discord as well. So 3-2, we are at 29,999. Moving into the next battle. I think this is where I had, like... Okay, opponent swapped... Okay, let's go back. Giratina lead. Okay, when they lead Giratina, so they are like... They either bring in Turtonator, or Azu, or Lucario, or A-Slash. If they bring in Lucario or A-Slash, you go to Escav. Lucario A-Slash, you go Escav, okay? Why? Because, look, you take a neutral and you do super effective. So this is an easy shield situation. and we can farm them all the way down. And if they decide to over farm on the Giratina, we get to 2 moves, and 2 moves actually KO the Giratina. So it's kind of a GG if we get to both. Now it's a Skarm, so we don't have as many shields as possible, but we're gonna go to Lucario, and look, the counter is doing so much damage. We are going to shield this and going straight Thunder Punch. The game lagged there. Oh my. Bro, don't lag. I'm literally on a freaking legend set. So I swapped there because they have to nuke. And if they nuke, I farm them all the way down. And yeah, see guys, fairies aren't bad into Skarm. Azu in the lead. Let them throw, then go to Lucario, okay? Lucario has been like the actual Chad on this team. So in this video, we have 3 sets, by the way. So you guys, I felt generous. I'm like, okay, let's feature all the battles. They swap into Giratina. So here's the thing. If you swap, they bring in Giratina, they always shield, technically, so you always bait. Baiting doesn't do you anything except that it forces them to throw as soon as possible. Okay, so now we can just go to Giratina and farm them all the way down. They get to the Shadow Ball here. Now it's kind of a race. If they get to a second Shadow Ball, I have to shield, but I don't think they do. If they bring in Azu, we have to throw the Disarming Voice. I tried both Swift and Disarming Voice. Swift actually is like cheaper, but Disarming Voice does better into Azu. That's like the main thing. Opponent having a Berserker in the back, and this is where Acid Spray comes in clutch. Like what they can do now, huh? They have to shield. It's a spray. Look at the counter. It actually is critting. Look at that. They tried to boost their Shadow Claw, but it's useless. It's non-stab, non-boosted. My counter, like, they are debuffed, right? It's super effective, and it's critting low. Look at that. Iskaf taking down 2 Pokemons, like a Chad. We're playing Thanks Obama. He's a friend, and he decided to top left, so thank you so much. Thanks, Obama. And moving into the next game, I don't think I need that win, but it's an always, you know, like when people do something for you, you always appreciate that, okay? Make them feel good about something good they did, so you can spread the good. Yeah, so what would you do? I would literally top left. If I queue into anyone, if I'm legend and I queue into people around the 2980 and above, I always top left. Okay, if you watch the channel, you would know. Oh, sorry. So here, look at this. This is another reason, as I said, why you need a traded IV Lucario. Look at this Lucario. I know shielded, and we literally lived with 1 HP to throw a Thunder Punch. So this is one of the situations where having a good IV Lucario came in clutch for me. So we grabbed both shield from the Azu, and now we're just going to farm them all the way down, as we don't care what they have, but we're relying on Escavalier carrying the win for this game. They brought in the Magnezone, they went to the Flygon. We're just going straight for the Drill Run. We don't need to bait, they don't have a shield. And this is Cavalier will take down the Flygon, which is supposed to be the best Pokemon. Then shielding here. No, we don't want to shield. We live this. Like this is where like Fortnite's fast move Pokemon sucks, because they I'm 1 HP, but they need 2 seconds to KO. But luckily I was lucky enough to throw another charge move. But I would have actually like no shield, and then if I needed to. But I know that Magnezone like needs 2 seconds to KO me, and that's enough for me to do one more counter and throw a charge move. So here in this matchup, usually, as I say, you try to CMP, and if you win CMP, you throw the move, you know shield, you go to Escav. But since we didn't want CMP, we still go Escavalier, and we're just going to farm them all the way down. This is where Escav comes in clutch. Oh, my opponent is running Wiggly Double Steel. You know what's going to happen? I am gonna spray this Steel, and then Drill Run. Okay, they shield. Now we go Lucario, and look at the Lucario pass move, dude. Lucario is insane. When Lucario finds a Steel Pokemon, we know it's a second Steel. They decide to top left. There is no win con against the Lucario. Flexing on them, and now we have a 5-0, and we are at 29.99. Is that enough to get us to Legend? Let's see. And that's put us at 3,070, which is enough to get me to the leaderboard. I think I'm sitting at rank 350 in the world right now. So shout out to chat, shout out to my coach, that boy Jay, and shout out to everyone who believed. I think I am at 550 battles, not the most impressive record, but to be honest, it's not bad. Last season, I think I hit it within 510 battles. This season, we are 550, so technically 40 more battles. So we're getting rusty, chat. We're getting rusty. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And thank you so much, everyone who believed all the way. This is the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Click all the buttons. Ring all the bells. And yeah, see you in the next video, chat. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, or whatever you're having. Peace.